So welcome back, guys. If you remember on the last video, we did a good bit of work on the old Ford 3000, and my plan was to get some mowing done with it on that video, but the video ended up going pretty long, so we just didn't. So that's what we're going to do now. The first thing we've got to do is get the mower off of the Kubota and get it put on the Ford. Make sure we got some oil in it. I think we're good. So this is the area up here that we want to get mowed with the 3000, but there's a tree in the way. This is a sweet gum tree that I cut down a long time ago, and I should have gotten to it and sawed it up, but I never got around to it, unfortunately, and it's pretty much rotten at this point. So what we're going to do is just push it out of the way with the Kubota, make some room for the 3000 to get up here and get this stuff mowed down. So there's a couple things that I want to do before we get going here. First, I want to take these stabilizer chains and shorten them some, because what we've got here is a lot of slack in these chains, and that is going to cause this mower to just be flopping back and forth pretty bad as we mow, and we don't really want it slamming back and forth like that. So we're going to go ahead and shorten this chain as well as the other side, and that'll get us one step closer. Can y'all see that? That is undoubtedly the original bolt. It has seen some tough times. So I just noticed that the other side of this chain has got pins instead of these bolts, and plus that chain doesn't fit back through that U-bolt. So we're gonna try the other side and see what happens. Oh man, I can't get it over there. Oh yeah, I can. So now when I'm mowing and I turn corners, the mower won't flop side to side so bad. Another issue that we want to deal with before we get out there, this tire has got a slow leak in it. So we're going to try to see if we can find the leak. I'm hoping it's just one single leak, and see if we can get a plug in it. Do y'all want to hear the worst thing that could have happened? This tire had a plug in it. So we're done for the day. Oh, I was saying, I've got a tractor tire, a front tire here. It's a 6 to 16. Do y'all have any tubes for those? Yeah, front tractor tire. It says 6-6. Okay, great. Can y'all stick it in today if I bring it down? Oh, great. I'll be there in a minute. Thanks. All right. So a trip to town and $18 later, and we're back in business. All right, so I may do a couple more little things to this today, but we're gonna wait and save the mowing hopefully for tomorrow. But not as big as a crisis as I thought it was gonna be. Didn't take a whole lot to fix it. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. So guys, it was my intention to finish up that shot and to go ahead and get all of that cleared where I was mowing, and you can see it on the drone, but I left the drone up in the sky just a little bit too long, and it came on down. It had to force land, and it force landed on a tree, and I wasn't quick enough to stop it. So we'll have to deal with that. Also, then I kept on mowing, and this happened right here, and I honestly don't even know where to start as far as fixing this little problem. I mean, it looks like it just screws in, but I mean, if it came out like that, I just wonder if the threads are messed up down in there. I have no idea. But anyway, I'm gonna limp back to the house with this. We are done for the day, obviously, but I do want to show you what I did get accomplished out here. These are the Christmas trees, by the way. Several people have asked for an update on the trees, and before we're done here, this is the back side. These are the younger trees. I'll show you the newer ones. I believe that we'll be selling some this year. This is where I limped. It's where I limped with the rotary mower. Anyway, here's our field right here that we just mowed. Much better. Lots of China berry trees taken down. They'll be back next week. That brush pile out there is going to have to be burned at some point. There's a little on the other side of that hill that still has to be done. That's what I was working on when the tractor came apart. But yeah, much better. Let's go look at the older Christmas trees over here. By the way, I didn't get into any yellow jacket nests. So these trees here have been pruned this year. They need to be cleaned out from around, but you can see these have been pruned and shaped. I don't think these have, but these have. Right in here you can see these have been pruned. That one's been pruned. Quite a few of these. There's a few that still need to be pruned. You can see they're starting to look like Christmas trees, and I believe that we'll be able to sell some this year. And they'll be pruned again before Christmas time. Here's what they look like before and after being pruned. This is one that has not been pruned. You can see how shaggy it is. And here's one that has been pruned. You can see it's a little bit shaggy, but you can see that it's shaped. Like I said, it'll need to be pruned again, but it's good to prune them, because what happens is once you prune, they start bushing out and they'll fill in a whole lot better. But anyway, I've had some comments, people wanting to see the Christmas trees. They're doing pretty good. The newest trees that we planted 2 years ago have not planted this year yet, and I hate to say yet because I really need to do it. But here are the ones, these are the youngest ones right here, and these have got to be sprayed out again. I hate to even show this, it looks so awful up here. Find some better ones. There's one, that's a nice one. This one's up to my, that one's up to my belly button there. That's a beautiful, beautiful tree. There's one. There's one. There's a nice one. Some of these are quite large. They may be too big. But anyway, there's this Christmas tree update. I've had several people that wanted a Christmas tree update. All right, guys. So we got some things to repair again. I wouldn't be happy if I didn't have stuff to fix. All right, well, I will see y'all on the next one. Thank y'all for watching.